Hello and welcome to Plastering Guru. Today I'm going to show you how to mix Thistle Multi-Finish. A fantastic product, and like the name suggests, can be applied to a multitude of backgrounds. Using these basic hand tools, a cordless drill, a whisk attachment for the drill, bucket trowel, and a washout brush. You can even use your old washing up brush. We're also going to need a bucket for washing out, a bigger bucket for mixing in, and a bucket for gauging the water. A mask is always good practice too. You pour your water in first, you'll want about 11.5 litres of water per 25 kilogram bag of multi-finish. Pouring it in a little at a time to try and keep the splashes down to a minimum. For this reason, I prefer a taller bucket rather than a shorter, wider bucket. We'll be mixing up 2 bags here, so we have just under 2 buckets of water in here. I'm going to go ahead and pour another bag in. In fact, I'm just going to put my gloves on, as I prefer to wear gloves. Plaster can really dry your hands out. If it gets on your skin, it can be a bit of an irritant. So it's always good practice. Again, pouring it in nice and gently and carefully. As you can probably hear from the drill, it's not on its fastest setting. We'll save that until all of the plaster is in. When using a cordless drill, it's always handy to have a battery charged ready, as ours just ran out. So quick battery change, and back we go. Quick scrape around the edges with a bucket trowel, and always wet the bucket trowel first, helps stop the plaster sticking. Yeah, it's still wet, so I think I'll add a bit more. Right, that's 2 bags in. And a handy trick with these bags, you can just roll over the edges and you can use it as a rubbish bag. So now it needs a good mix. As you can see, there's still a few nice little lumps in there. So we want to get it nice and smooth and lump free. Scraping around the edges again. I might just add a drop of water. Looks a bit stiff. I like to keep the edges of the bucket really clean, so I give them a nice wipe with a brush. Get rid of any excess dry bits of plaster. Right, starting to look good now. Might give it a splash or 2 more of water, but it's almost there. Then give it its final mix, making sure it's lump free and nice and smooth and creamy. I like to give the bucket trowel a quick clean before we start using it. Do you have anything to add, Dan?
Might worth mentioning in the video, this mixer is actually for 4 levelling compounds. It works it's very good for keeping air bubbles to a minimum. That's its purpose. There's not a lot of sample work.
Thanks, Dan, that's great. It really is a good mixing paddle. Considering its size, it mixes up a lot of product. Have a look how it's getting on. Yeah, really starting to look good now. You can see the consistency there. It holds itself on the bucket trowel. A nice texture there. Ready to be spread after the last little mix. All that's needed now is a hawk and trowel and maybe a corner trowel. While the last mix is being done, we always wet them before plastering. Helps stop the plaster drying to your hawk and trowel. And we are there. Look at that. Nice mixed plaster. That's the consistency we're looking for. Now we can wash off the whisk. Then we can get cracking. Look at that awesome plaster. Beautiful, just the job. So just with these few basic tools, a few buckets, a bit of water, some multi-finish, you now can mix up the perfect creamy batch of multi-finish plaster. As always, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to learn more, check out my other videos. If you've enjoyed this, you might consider subscribing. Thanks again.